That's cleanup. Chris Laird, the catcher, will be hitting 5th. Mark Lordo, the DH, will be hitting 6th. Kenny Cruz, the second baseman, bats 7th. Ashley Sweat, the number 8 hitter, playing right field. And the shortstop, Mark Bryan, rounds out the general lineup. Here's your defense for the Newton County Rams. Behind pitcher Judd Hall. Around the infield, a little different look at third base with Richie Cleary getting his first start of the year there. Matthew Hires is at shortstop, Ryan Allen at second, and Brent Johnson at first. Around the outfield, Cale Curtis in left, Chris Acox in center, and Lance Shannon in right. Behind the plate is the junior Brian Moon, and on the mound, the senior Judd Hall. Bernier stands in to lead it off. For the Generals, he is a right-handed batter. Hall, one of the Ram aces. Rams have had 4 strong pitchers this year. Hall's first offering just misses outside. It's 1-0. Judd Hall is 3-1 on the year with 3 complete games. His ERA .395. The Whitey's wide and his pitch swung on a line. Second baseman Ryan Allen cannot make the play. It goes into right field for a hit. Leadoff single from Tim Bernier. Rams historically have not played well here at Shiloh. A couple of years ago, they lost a game on a wild pitch that knocked them out of a spot in the region tournament. They've got some skeletons to get rid of up here this year, hoping to do so and cement their first place standing in the sub-region. As it stands, if the region tournament began today, Newton County would have the number 1 seed with their 6-3-1 record in the sub-region. South Gwinnett is second at 6-4, and a lot of teams have 5 losses, including the Shiloh Generals, as well as the Rockdale Bulldogs. And I think the Brookwood Broncos also have 4 losses, so they might be the number 3 team if we started the tournament today. Bill Fanner takes the first pitch for a strike. It's 0-1. Glenn George, the third base coach, gives the sign to his hitter as Bernier leads away from first base. Brent Johnson holds him close. Moon relays the sign to the belt as Judd Hall. He goes to first, and a runner is back in safely. Parrots Field, built down in the middle of a valley. Hills and trees all around us. Sometimes the wind gets to swirling in here at nighttime. That'll be a factor in the later innings. The 0-1 pitch is outside with the fastball. It's 1-1. Parents Field, a good name to flatter some of the boosters of Shiloh baseball, and they've had some very good boosters. They had Phil Necro's son and Darrell Cheney's son playing here at Shiloh several years ago. The 1-1 pitch swung on, looped into right field. It's going to fall in for a base hit. Rounding second is Bernier. He heads for third. Shannon bobbles it a little bit, but the runners stay put. First and third with nobody out. Banner just going the other way. The right-handed batter hits it right across from the right field line for a hit.
You're lucky you hit it.
And the batter is going to be first baseman Tig Reeder. Last time out, Reeder pitching against the Rams. This time out, the lefty playing first base. Also one of the big hitters in this Shiloh general order. Nobody out. Tim Bernier at third. And Bill Fanner is at first. The runners take their leads. Righty against lefty here, the wind blowing toward left field. Moon sets up outside. Here's the stretch and the pitch. It is outside, but off the corner for ball 1. We'll see how the Rams play their infield with a 3-run lead here in the bottom half of the first. Very important. Most of the time when the Rams score first, they will win the game. And with the great pitching in this region, 3 runs sometimes nets you a victory for an entire game. The Rams getting that in 1 inning. Hall's 1-0 pitch just misses with the off speed. It's 2-0. In 33 2/3 innings, Judd Hall has allowed 32 hits, only 2 homers. He's walked 26. His strikeout total very high, 48 strikeouts, almost a strikeout and a half per inning. Hall pitching from the stretch with runners at the corners. The 2-0 pitch swung on, bounced foul, just got a piece of it. It's 2-1. Bounces over by the Shiloh dugout down the third base line. After the Brookwood game tomorrow, the Newton County Rams will be playing against Eagles Landing in Henry County on Thursday at 6 p.m. A rescheduling of another rained-out game. That one originally scheduled for this past Saturday at 12 noon. Stretching the 2-1 pitch low and outside. It's 3-1. Reeder stands back in as the runners lead from first and third. Still nobody out here in the bottom of the first. Rams establish some early momentum. but not looking to give it back. Again, the stretch. Runner going with the 3-1. It swung on and missed. The throw down to second is into center field. A run will score. A runner headed for third base. He will slide in there safely. And it's now 3-1, the Newton County Rams on top. The throw to second base got by Matt Hires and into center field, allowing Bernier to score and allowing Fanner to go all the way around to third as he was stealing on the pitch. Meanwhile, a full count now on the number 3 hitter, Tig Reeder. Doesn't get any easier. The cleanup batter, Kevin Stewart, is on deck. Boone gives the sign as Fanner leads away. Payoff pitch, swung on and missed, and down on strikes goes Reeder. The first strikeout for Judd Hall. The 49th for Hall on the season. Second to Lance Coffin in strikeouts, but Coffin has pitched over 42 innings. Hall pitching 33 2/3. With the kind of strikeout ratio that Judd Hall has in a full 7-inning game, he's going to average about 10 to 11 strikeouts. A very, very good total. And, of course, the strikeout, the best kind of out because no one advances, unlike a fly ball or sometimes a ground ball or a sacrifice. Infield is in here with Kevin Stewart at the plate. Winded first pitch to him, swung on, grounded past Richie Cleary into left field for a hit. A run will score. It's now 3-2. 3 singles in the inning. The third one by Kevin Stewart puts across another run, and the Generals now trailing by only 1 run. Stewart line one past the drawn-in infield into left, allowing Fanner to score. Now with the runner at first and 1 down, the batter is catcher Chris Laird. Laird, a right-handed batter. The way it's been going so far, you can expect a high-scoring affair this evening. Hall checks the runner at first. His stretch and pitch. Runner checked his swing. It's by the moon and back toward the screen. All kinds of room back here, and a runner is going to advance to second base. So Stewart now at second base. Moon is not going to appeal down to the second base umpire after the check swing. Stewart now taking his lead in scoring position. Still only 1 down in the inning. Ryan Allen holds the runner close. Stretched by Hall on the pitch. Swung on, grounded to Richie Cleary, but it's a foul ball. Down the third base side, it's 1-1. Cleary staying back and waiting for that one to bounce in foul territory. Judd Hall, a reputation as a pitcher who gets better as the game goes along. He had some trouble in the first against Berkmar, but settled down for an excellent performance from the second on through the 5th. He's had a little early trouble here. 1 ball, 1 strike to Laird. Again, he checks the runner, the stretch and pitch. A called strike, and it's 1-2. Umpire delayed the call just a little bit as if he was thinking about it. The pitch was almost letter high, but called a strike, 1-2. Stewart leads away. Glenn George at the third base line, giving him some encouragement, telling him to lead away a little farther. Here comes the runner headed back. Hall throwing over to third base. Cleary applies the tag, and he is out. The runner was headed for second, or headed for third, rather, and Judd Hall looking to fake the pickoff throw to second. When he turned around to fake the throw, Stewart had already taken off for third. Hall calmly stepped off and threw over to third, so a caught stealing by Stewart. 1-5. Makes it now 2 down on a 1-2 count and really changes this inning around. The 1-2 pitch, swung on and missed. And you see that so many times after a runner is caught stealing. The team that had the caught stealing gains momentum. The team that was able to throw the runner out gains a lot of momentum. And the team who had the runner that was caught stealing loses that momentum. Immediately, Laird goes down on strikes on the next pitch. And that does it for the Generals. But they pick up 2 on 3 hits. There was 1 error. Nobody left on base. We head to the second with your score, Newton County 3, Shiloh 2. Ram baseball right here on WGFS AM 1430, made possible by the folks at East Metro Cellular, Covington's authorized agent for AirTouch Cellular.
During the month of April, your place to go for the best buys is Mayfield Ace Hardware's April's Best Buys of the month. Mayfield Ace Hardware on the Square and in Newton Plaza. April's best buys include a maize herbicide, a 4-pound bag, $5.99. Root stimulator, $3.44 a quart. And fire ant killer, a 4-pound bag for only $4.44. That's April's Best Buys of the Month, Mayfield Ace Hardware, on the Square and in Newton Plaza, Covington.
On the next Inside Secrets, was Travis Walton really abducted by space aliens? For the answer, watch Fire in the Sky, now playing on HBO. Did Demi Moore sleep with Robert Redford for $1 million? The answer is An Indecent Proposal, and it's also on HBO. Plus, you'll hear our home box office secret source reveal HBO's incredible April lineup.
All right, look, you didn't hear this from me, but HBO has top movies like Point of No Return with Bridget Fonda, original shows like Dennis Miller Live, and the World Championship Boxing, Whitaker versus Cardona. It's big. It's really big.
Curious? Call now for HBO and get in on the Inside Secrets.
Call Covington Cable TV, 787-4444, 787-4444 for HBO.
First pitch of the second inning goes back to the screen. It's 1 ball, no strikes to Judd Hall. The senior pitcher will be followed by Chris Acox and Ryan Allen. 8th, 9th, and then back to the top of the order for the Rams here in inning number 2. They sent 7 men to the plate in the first inning. They put 3 across, but on only 1 hit. 3 walks and an error, essentially making that inning for the Rams. The pitch is swung on, line to the second baseman on a couple of hops. Second baseman fields it. Cruz' throw to first is in time for out number 1. It's now 5:30. You're listening to Newton County Ram Baseball right here on WGFS AM 1430, Covington, Georgia. Chris Acox will be the hitter. Acox with only 16 at-bats this year. He's hitting 188, 3 hits in his at-bats. No homers, 3 RBIs. Acox with a pretty short strike zone. Takes the first pitch high and outside for ball 1. He has drawn 8 walks in 25 plate appearances. That puts his on-base average for the year at 560. Acox bats from the left-hand side. Here comes the 1-0 offering. Called a strike on the outside corner at the knees. 1-1. Rams on the year 16-4-1. 10-1 outside sub-region 8, quad A South. 1-1 pitch taken high for ball 2. Bates throwing a good high fastball, but Acox wisely laying off. Here comes the sign, the wind, the 2-1 pitch. Up a little higher with the fastball, up over his head that time, and it's 3-1. When you have the number 9 batter up in an inning, and he gets on base, so that the top of your order comes up, it's really a big boost to your offense, getting that extra base runner on, and with your big hitter stepping up, the 3-1 taken for a strike. The rank count runs full now, 3-2. Charlie Beverly down the line at third for the Newton County Rams, and as always, down the line at first is Al Bell. The righty winds and delivers high, ball 4. The 9th time this year in 26 plate appearances that Chris Acox has taken the free pass. He'll be at first with 1 down, a fair amount of speed down there at first base. You got to watch him. Also, you might want to watch the hit and run with 2 good contact hitters stepping up here in Ryan Allen and Matthew Hires. Ryan Allen has struck out 7 times this year, but a lot of those coming in one tough stretch for him. So for the most part, a good, strong contact hitter. Acox not going anywhere. The first pitch foul down the third base side. It's 0-1. Ryan Allen has reached base in 12 straight games. You have to go back to March 19th, the first game of the doubleheader against Oconee County, for the last game in which Ryan Allen did not reach base, so it's almost been a month since he has played a game in which he has not reached at least once. Throw over to first, and back in, diving into the bag is Chris Acox. It'll be Allen and Hires to try to drive the run home, and if anyone else gets on, Shannon will be the hitter. Pitch is swung on and missed. Acox was going to second. He will dive in there safely with a stolen base. Bates throwing that strong curveball. He fooled Allen on it the last time he was up. Allen swung through it this time, but Acox got a good jump, and Chris Laird had a little trouble with the ball. So a runner now in scoring position with 1 down. Rams on top by 1. It's 3-2, and we're only in the second inning. Bates stretch and delivery. It's high. And the count is 1-2. Rams have had good discipline in the first 2 innings, laying off the high fastball. A lot of times in high school, the pitchers can get strikeouts with that high fastball. The hitters see the ball well, try to swing at it. Usually if it's up around your eyes, you're not going to do much with it except pop it up. Allen takes the 1-2 pitch high. 2 balls and 2 strikes to the Rams' second sacker. Struck out swinging his first time up. Aycock's leading from second. Here's the pitch. Swung on, grounded to the shortstop, makes the play. Now Bryan bobbles it once. And Allen going to reach safely, and a runner goes over to third base here with 1 down. So first and third, it's an E6. Mark Bryan trying to hurry the throw just a little bit. Couldn't come up with it cleanly. And runners at the corners with 1 down for Matt Hires. Again, Hires has been red hot over his last 5 games. In the last 20 times he has stepped to the plate, he's reached base now 15 times. That's an on-base of 750. Runner going with the pitch, the throw. Going to go down to second base, and they got him down there. Well-executed fundamentals by the Generals. Ryan Allen is caught stealing. What happened there, the shortstop came out in front of the second base bag. With the runner at third, sometimes when the catcher throws down to second base, that runner at third, in this case Chris Aycock, might break for home. Well, the shortstop elected to let the ball go through to second base, and Allen beaten by the throw. The 0-1 pitch called a strike at the knees. It's 0-2. Sometimes a caught stealing can take you out of a big inning, but of course a stolen base can create a big inning for you. And Coach Beverly being aggressive on the base pass, but this time it did not pay off. The 0-2 just high, and it's 1-2. But if you're going to have a man stealing outside of Matthew Hires, the man you want stealing is Ryan Allen. Allen on the year with 14 stolen bases now in 17 attempts. Bates gets the sign from his catcher. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Called strike 3. It was a curveball that dropped just below the knees. Hires did not think it was strike 3. Gave a second look to the umpire, but he is down, and so are the Rams here in the second. No runs, no hits. 1 error, 2 runners left on base. At the end of an inning and a half, it's 3-2, Newton County. Ram baseball right here on WGFS AM 1430, made possible by East Metro Cellular, Covington's authorized agent for AirTouch Cellular.
Come in and see Glenn Hayes at Hayes Furniture Company for all your home furnishings. Hayes Furniture has free delivery and free 12-month financing. They have living room sets starting at $395.95. Promotional recliner only $169.95. McKeon recliner rocker only $407. Hayes Furniture also has Queen Anne and Big John brands in various prices and colors. Hayes Furniture, 6166 Washington Street. Hayes Furniture Company, 786-3737. 786-3737.
Are you planning a special get-together with family and friends? Then do it at Pippin's Barbecue. We'll provide the food and the fun for just a few people or a large group. Or if the party's at your place, let us provide the catering while you enjoy the party. Call us ahead of time or stop by Pippin's Barbecue at both our locations.
Our food and our service just can't be beat. You're gonna love what you eat.
Pippin's Barbecue, Highway 20 South in Conyers and on Alcovey Road in Covington.
Did you know that termites cause more damage to homes annually than fires, floods, and natural disasters combined? To protect your home from termites and other pests, call Cleary Exterminating, 786-4937. They'll send them packing, termites and beetles, fleas, rats and mice, roaches, and ants. Commercial or residential, we can help get rid of what bugs you. Call Cleary Exterminating on Highway 278 in Covington, 786-4937. At Cleary Exterminating, we make mouse calls.
Mark Lordo will lead it off for the Shiloh Generals here in the bottom half of the second inning. The first pitch to him is in the dirt, and it's 1-0. Lordo will be followed by Kenny Cruz and Ashley Sweat. 6, 7, and 8 in the Shiloh order. Chud Hall, in his second full inning of work, he allowed 2 runs in the first. Hall gets the sign from his catcher. Here's his wind. The 1-0 offering is high with the fastball, and it's 2-0, and Moon is going to go out now and talk with Chud Hall for just a moment. Hall did not walk a batter in the first inning, but he gave up 3 hits, and he struck out 2. Also had a runner caught stealing third. The adage in baseball, you never make the first or last out of an inning at third base, and this time, the second out of the inning was made at third base, so it falls outside the baseball adage, but immediately Hall came back and struck out Chris Laird take the Generals out of further damage. The 2-0 pitch outside, ball 3. Lordo DHing for the pitcher, Chip Bates. In high school, you see a lot of DHs batting for players other than the pitcher. That's the case for the Rams. The 3-0 pitch is called a strike, and it's 3-1. Cale Curtis in left field. But Sam Allen DHing for that left fielder. Judd Hall batting for himself in the number 8 spot in the order. All's wide and pitch. Swung on and missed. It's 3-2. That's a sign of a good pitcher. You fall behind 3-0. You come back with a good 3-0 pitch. Once you've got him 3-1, throw another strong pitch trying to get him to swing and miss or foul a ball off, and now you've got the count full. See how he does it here. 3-2. Swung on, just got a piece of it. Fouled it back to the screen. It remains full. Tim Bernier, Bill Fanner, and Kevin Stewart all with singles for the Generals in the first inning as they picked up 2, answering Newton County's 3 in the top half of that inning. Hall's wide. Here's his 3-2 pitch. Called strike 3. A good curveball by Judd Hall. Excellent bender. It started just a little bit high, curved and just caught the outside corner as it crossed the plate. One of the best strikeout pitches we've seen from a Ram pitcher throughout the year. And Lordo goes down on strikes, the third whiff for Mr. Judd Hall. It'll bring up Kenny Cruz, the General's second baseman, another right-handed batter. In fact, we've only seen one lefty in their order, that being the first baseman, Tig Reeder. Wind and the first pitch. This is low, 1-0. Hall tried to throw the same type of curveball, but started a little bit lower. That pitch intended for the batter to try to swing and miss. Not intended to be thrown for a called strike. The wind, the 1-0. Outside, ball 2. Making a called strike on the outside corner, 1-1. Another delayed call from the home plate umpire, but it caught the outside corner for strike 1. Cruz stands back in. Moon setting up a little bit inside. The pitch is in the dirt with the fastball. It's 2-1. Rams last time out, taking on the South Gwinnett Comets. That was 5 days ago. They lost a heartbreaker in extra innings, 6-5. The Rams had a 5-1 lead in that game. They gave up 2 runs in the 6th, 2 more in the 7th, and another run in the 8th as the Comets picked up the victory. 2 games since then have been rained out. Newton County supposed to play Friday evening and Saturday evening, and both games rained out. 2-1 pitch, swung on, grounded on 2 hops. Hires fields it cleanly. His throw to first is in time, and that is out number 2. Hires, the sure-handed shortstop, makes the play, and with 2 down, the right fielder Ashley Sweat will step into the box. Newton County in 2 innings sent 11 men to the plate, 7 in the first and 4 in the second. Shiloh, still with the number 8 batter in their order, taking his first plate appearance. Hall checks his catcher Brian Moon for the sign. Is wide, and his first pitch to Sweat by Moon. It was inside. It goes back to the screen. It's 1-0. The distance between home plate and the back screen here, very, very long distance, probably the longest in the region. The Brookwood Broncos field, also with a very long distance between home plate and the back screen. The 1-0 is outside, ball 2. Brian Moon, wisely, when that first ball got by him, didn't go after it as it went back to the screen. He let the on-deck hitter, Mark Bryan, go after that ball. Moon would have had a nice long stroll back there to get that ball. Here's the wind, the 2-0 pitch. Called strike, and it's 2-1. Hall threw a fastball right down the pipe, something Sweat wasn't looking for. The 2-0 count. He was trying to make Hall throw a strike. Judd Hall came back and fired one in there. Here's the 2-1. Swung on and popped up. Foul territory, first base side. It will fall just to our right and out of play, and the count goes to 2-2. Here at Shiloh High School, as at other high schools, a foul ball will get you a Coke at the concession stand, and so some of the younger folks going after that foul ball. Deuces are wild, 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2 down here in the bottom half of inning number 2. Ashley Sweat talks for just a moment with Glenn George, and now he steps back in. Going to do a little grooming there of the batter's box area. Now he has the dirt to his liking, and he digs in. Hall has easily retired the first 2 he has faced, trying to set the side down in order. The 2-2 offers. Swung on and missed. Another curveball. Started up and inside and curved on the inside corner. Sweat swung at it, but couldn't come through. 4 strikeouts for Hall, and the Generals go down 1-2-3 in the second. We head to the third with your score. Newton County 3, Shiloh 2. Ram baseball right here on WGFS AM 1430, made possible by East Metro Cellular, Covington's authorized agent for AirTouch, the new name for Pactel Cellular.
Get more poultry per pound of feed at market and faster starts in egg production on the farm. FRM medicated chick starter gets them off on the right foot with vitamin and mineral-rich feeds to keep them healthy. Use FRM grower feeds and FRM layer feeds and concentrates to promote rapid maturity and faster starts in egg production on the farm. FRM poultry feeds available now at your FRM dealer.
For FRM poultry feed and much more, go by the Farm and Garden Depot, formerly Gold Kist on Emory Street, 787-3870. Catch a fly ball or hit a home run with Calico Cards in Conyers. Calico Cards carries all sports cards and non-sports cards, including racing cards, a full line of collecting supplies, a large supply of common cards, and a variety of posters, sports, racing, and movies. Calico Cards is also introducing a new line of greeting cards just for you. So join in the fun this baseball season with Calico Cards and receive a 10% discount off your purchase if you mention you heard this ad on WGFS Radio. Calico will also sponsor a free giveaway during the baseball games. Tune in to Calico Cards, Highway 20 in Conyers at Honey Creek. Open Monday through Friday 11 to 7, Saturday 10 to 7, Sunday 12 to 6. Owner is Chris Scott, 929-1332. That's Calico Cards, located at Honey Creek, Highway 20 in Conyers, 929-1332.
On the next Inside Secrets, was Travis Walton really abducted by space aliens? For the answer, watch Fire in the Sky, now playing on HBO. Did Demi Moore sleep with Robert Redford for $1 million? The answer is An Indecent Proposal, and it's also on HBO. Plus, you'll hear our home box office secret source reveal HBO's incredible April lineup.
All right, look, you didn't hear this from me, but HBO has top movies like Point of No Return with Bridget Fonda, original shows like Dennis Miller Live, and the World Championship Boxing, Whitaker versus Cardona. It's big. It's really big.
Curious? Call now for HBO and get in on the Inside Secrets.
Call Covington Cable TV, 787-4444, 787-4444 for HBO.
We apologize for the technical difficulties. Lance Shannon leads off the top half of the third inning by drawing a free pass on 4 straight pitches. So he's down at first base. Good speed down there with no one out. Rams trying to mount a threat here in inning number 3 with Sam Allen, Richie Cleary, and Brian Moon. Allen walked and scored his first time. First pitch to him is low and outside for ball 1. Sam Allen has been one of the Rams' most consistent hitters. One of the Rams' most consistent hitters, we should say, throughout the 1994 season. Every time that a big hit is needed, he comes up with it. Time is called. Glenn George is going to go out and talk with his pitcher, who's thrown 5 straight balls here, to open up inning number 3. Get your reading material ready. Sam Allen has a 6-game hitting streak, and in that hitting streak, he's hitting .450, 9 hits and 20 at-bats. Hit his first homer of the season last Monday against the Rockdale Bulldogs. Rams with a big emotion builder as they pasted Rockdale 13-1. That put them back in the hunt in Sub-Region 8 Quad A South for the top spot, which the Rams currently occupy. As we mentioned before, they have a record of 6-3-1. The other contenders for region spot, South Gwinnett at 6-4, Berkmar at 5-4-1, Rockdale at 5-5. Also, the Brookwood Broncos a contender in Sub-Region 8 Quad A South, but the Rams currently the masters of their own fate. If they win the final 2 games, they will be the top seed and will receive a bye in the first round of the region tournament. That will be held the latter parts of this week and the first part of next week at Brookwood High School up in Snellville. You might want to drop by Brookwood. The region tournament is where the best baseball of the year is played. There is some quality baseball played every year in that region tournament. The 1-0 pitch is high to Sam Allen, and it's now 2-0. So whatever Glenn George said did not work with the first offering to Sam Allen after the conference, as it was high with the fastball. Stretched by base, and the pitch swung on and missed. A good fastball blew it by him. It's 2-1. Rams with 3 runs on 1 hit. Shiloh 2 runs. They have 3 safeties. Lance Shannon leads away from first, not going with the pitch. Pitch is called a strike. At the knees on the inside corner, it's 2-2. Rams scored all of their runs in the first. So did the Generals. Since then, both pitchers have settled down somewhat. Bates has run into some trouble here. The first 2 batters in the 3rd inning is wide, and his delivery swung on and grounded to the shortstop, Bryant. He will go to second for 1. Cruz will not make the throw to first. Allen will reach on a fielder's choice, but retired 6-4 at second base is Sam Allen, or rather Lance Shannon, Sam Allen reaching first base. Mark Bryant bobbled at one time. His flip to second was in time, but Cruz wisely hanging onto the ball once that out was made at second base. So Sam Allen at first, not quite as much speed down there. And Richie Cleary will be the hitter, a sacrifice fly for him in his first plate appearance. Hit a ball deep to left field that scored Matthew Hires with the first Newton County run. First pitch is a called strike, a good fastball right down the pipe. It's 0-1. Cleary comes into this affair at 220, 9 hits and 41 at bats. No homers for him, 9 RBIs. Rams playing heads-up offense. Lance Shannon was at second base, scored from second on the bunt. Throw goes over to first, a runner back safely. If you've ever seen the ending to Major League, a suicide squeeze play where the runner scores from second, very, very rare. Hardly ever see something like that. But the Rams took advantage of a sleepy defense for the Shiloh Generals. The pitch is low and inside. It's 1-0. Bill Thaner took the ball at the third base side. Decided to throw to first even though he did not have a play on the runner. And while the Generals weren't looking, Lance Shannon came home with the second run. The wind and the pitch, high and inside. 2 balls, no strikes to Moon. Moon, a switch hitter. Batting from the left-hand side of the plate against the righty Chip Bates. Bates has still only given up the 1 base hit. That was a bunt single. But he has been very wild. The throw to first base is in time and got stuck in the webbing of Reeder's glove down there. Very unusual thing there is Reeder holding the glove up for his pitcher and a ball stuck between the 2 fingers of his glove. Allen takes his lead. Pitch to Moon is high. Triple count, 3-0. On deck is Brent Johnson. He reached on an error his first time. The error on the shortstop, Mark Bryan. On a bad throw to first base, but Brian Moon trying to score on that was retired. 6-3-2-5. The 3-0 pitch, the old automatic, and the count goes to 3-1. The sun is setting down the third baseline. In an inning or two, they'll be turning on the lights at Parents Field. Folks who were here last year remember that once the sun went down, it got very cold. The 3-1 pitch, high, ball 4. That is the 6th batter that has been walked by Chip Bates. In only 2 2/3 innings, you can't walk that many batters really and expect to be a consistently winning pitcher. You find that most of the winning pitchers walk very few batters. If you look at Greg Maddox, those type pitchers, they walk very, very few hitters and manage to pick up the victories by keeping those runners off base, because when you walk people, more base runners that could be potentially driven in. And Brent Johnson with an RBI shot here, but it will take a base hit here with 2 down. Runners lead from first and second. The first pitch almost over Johnson's head. It's 1-0. Bates throws a hard fastball but has some trouble controlling it. He's gotten most of the strikeouts with that sharp breaking ball. The runners lead. Here's the 1-0 offering. Called strike on the outside corner. It's 1-1. Brent Johnson up around 380 for a while. He's currently hitting 302, or was coming into the game. The pitch to him is just low. It was the breaking ball. Started in the strike zone, but dropped out. It's 2-1. Sam Allen leads from second. Brian Moon from first. 2 on offering, swung and fouled right back to the press box. It's now 2-2. So again, the deuces are wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Brent Johnson with 2 down. We're in the top half of the third. No scoring since the first, where the Rams scored 3 and Shiloh scored 2. 3-2, your current score. Mark Bryant Bryan holds the runner close at second, the 2-2 offering just high, and it's 3-2. One of the disadvantages of having a wild pitcher with 2 down, you want to try to get that third out immediately. One of the worst things you can have is to have the other team get a 2-out rally. And a wild pitcher sometimes will walk a couple of batters to set up the 2-out rally. 3-2 pitch is swung on and popped foul behind home plate and behind the screen, and the count remains full, 3-2. Charlie Beverly, the third base coach, gives encouragement to his hitter, and Johnson, a right-handed batter, is once again ready to go. Stretch, here's the 3-2. Runners were going. Fouled back to the screen again. Brent Johnson has done a good job of battling here against Bates, who has found the strike zone. With 2 strikes, he's thrown several pitches right around the strike zone, and Johnson has fouled 3 of them off now. He's also taken a ball 3 high and inside. Will he be rewarded for his hard work? We'll find out. The 3-2 pitch, low, ball 4. A good disciplined hitter, and Brent Johnson takes the walk. Makes it now bases loaded and 2 down. Batter is the pitcher, Judd Hall. Grounded out 4-3, second to first, in his first plate appearance in the second inning. This would be a big boost for the Rams senior, who has had some struggles at the plate throughout the year. The last couple of games and in batting practice, he's opened up his stance a little more, thinking that he's not getting around on the ball. Early in the year, most of his power, gap power and home run power, was to right center. So opening up might be a good idea. Get him on top of the ball, driving the ball to left field. That's with an open stance here with the bases loaded. First pitch to him is high and outside for ball 1. Judd had one of the more closed stances on the team the first 10 or 15 games of the year. And as we mentioned, hit a home run to right center field. 1-0 pitch is high, and it's 2-0. Nowhere to put this guy. And Chip Bates has walked 3 in the inning and 7 so far in the game. 2 more wide ones, and he will walk in a run here with 2 outs. The 2-0 pitch, high, 3-0. There is action in the Shiloh bullpen. The pitcher has been warming up down there in the bullpen for quite a while. He's a right-handed pitcher who may be seeing some action here. In fact, there are 2 pitchers warming up, 2 right-handers down in the bullpen for the Generals. Sam Allen leads from third, Brian Moon from second, and Brent Johnson from first. 2 down in the inning. The wind and the 3-0 pitch. Low, ball 4. 1 run is going to score. The ball got by the catcher and back to the screen, and Brian Moon thought for just a moment about coming home, but Charlie Beverly throws up the hold sign, and Moon will stay put at third base. So with 2 down in the inning, Chip Bates has walked 3 consecutive hitters. This inning looks very harmless, but now a run has been walked in, and the bases are still loaded with 2 down. The batter will be Chris Acox, and time is called. Glenn George is strolling out toward the mound. This might do it for the pitcher, Chip Bates. Again, there has been action in the Shiloh bullpen for most of this inning. The infield is going to have a conference at the mound. Coach George, along with his entire infield, and his pitcher, Chip Bates. Meanwhile, Chris Acox and Brian Moon at the third base side talking to Coach Beverly. Acox strolling up there from the left-handed batter's box. And while they discuss things, we're going to tell you about a couple more sponsors of Newton County Ram Baseball, including the Farm and Garden Depot. Stop by the Farm and Garden Depot for animal feed, lawn and garden seed, and much more. The Farm and Garden Depot on Emory Street in Covington, also by T&L Motors, another sponsor of Ram Baseball. Come by T&L Motors and get your drive-out price on cars, trucks, and vans, and come over to the muffler shop and get a custom exhaust system with the lowest prices in town. T&L Motors and T&L Mufflers, Highway 278 in Covington. The conference continues on the mound. Glenn George talking with Chip Bates. The infielders have dispersed to their normal positions. Apparently Bates is going to stay in there for now. Bates is going to stay in to face Acox. Certainly, though, if Acox draws a base on balls, that would do it for Chip Bates. Runners take their lead from every base. Rams on top now 4-2. The wind and the pitch. Called strike on the outside corner, and it's 0-1. Chip Bates has walked 4 batters in the inning, including 3 in a row. He walked Brian Moon. Brent Johnson had to battle for his base on balls. Judd Hall drawing the free pass as well. The 0-1 pitch. A called strike. This one, same location. It's 0-2. Acox thought about swinging at that one. Held up, though, and it's 0-2. Moon, Johnson, and Hall, the 3 base runners. They lead from their respective bases. And now time is going to be called. Acox called time. There's Chip Bates stalling a little too much out there on the mound. Now Chris Acox has his thoughts together and back in the batter's box. Bates wind. Here's his 0-2 pitch. It's low for ball 1. Acox has got a tough battle ahead of him here. In the hole, 1 and 2, facing a pitcher who hasn't thrown many strikes. He's been effectively wild, sort of the way Kent Merker has been at times this year. The 1-2 pitch. Called strike 3 on the outside corner. It was a fastball, and Acox took it as it came in and caught that outside corner. For the Rams in the inning, 1 run, no hits. There were 4 walks and 3 runners left on base as Chip Bates gets out of a lot further damage that could have happened there in the 3rd inning. Your score is 4-2, Newton County Rams, as we head to the bottom half of inning number 3. Newton County Ram baseball here on WGFS AM 1430, made possible by East Metro Cellular, Covington's authorized agent for AirTouch, the new name for Pactel Cellular.
The birds are singing and flowers are blooming, and that means it's time for allergies. Yes, it's true. Headaches and sinus problems are hints that you aren't taking care of your body properly. One way to prevent allergy symptoms is to stay away from processed and refined foods because they affect your immune system. The Family Health Food Store has vitamins and herbs to help you stay healthy and happy, plus whole grain cereals sweetened without sugar. Stay healthy with us at the Family Health Food Store, 787-3400.
It's that time of year again for tilling the garden. Hayes Tractor of Mansfield has Kubota M-Series tractors that are built for any kind of work that crops up. With 42 to 85 PTO horsepower, 4-wheel drive, and strong liquid-cooled engines, they easily pull like bigger tractors. Hayes Tractor says all this without bigger price tags or fuel bills. High clearance, low profile, and narrow versions offer versatility you've been looking for. So come to Hayes Tractor and take a look at the Kubota M-Series and see what crops up. That's Hayes Tractor, located on Highway 11 in Mansfield. They're open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5:30, and Saturday, 8 to 12. Or call at 786-3334. That's 786-3334.
Tradition and excellence since 1946. That's WGFS, AM 1430, Covington.
Newton County Ram Baseball on WGFS is brought to you in part by America's Best Computers. For all your computer needs, either personal or business, we've got what you need. Don't pay too much. Come see America's Best Computers, located in Conyers. Mark Bryan leads it off. Swings and misses at the first offering. It's strike 1. Bryan will be followed by the top of the order, Tim Bernier, the Shiloh center fielder, followed by Bill Fenner, the 3rd baseman. All's wide. Here's his delivery. Swung on line, foul down the right field side. He couldn't get around on the fastball. Tried to take it to right, but it was foul. It's 0-2. All with some trouble in the first inning. Tom Glavine, a couple of years ago, every time he went out to the mound, would give up 2 or 3 runs in the first and then settle down. Judd Hall has been that way. He gave up singles to the 3 of the first 4 he faced. Here, Bryan swings and misses at a curveball, and he is down on strikes as Judd Hall has now struck out 5 batters. After giving up singles to 3 of the first 4 hitters, he's now retired 5 in a row, 4 by strikeout. The Generals move back to the top of the order with Tim Bernier. Shiloh center fielder singled, advanced to 3rd on another single, and scored on an error back in inning number 1. Hall's lined his first pitch to Bernier. Did he check his swing? He went around on a curveball. It's 0-1. Bernier took a half swing and then did something very unusual, something you don't often see. He froze his swing there as if he was showing it for the umpire, but where he was freezing his swing, he had it crossing the plate, so he would have gone around. So basically showing the umpire that he did go around. I'm sure that was not his intent, but that's exactly how it came out. The 0-1, a called strike, a curveball, came in and caught the corner at 0-2. 385 feet to center field here at Shiloh High School. That center fielder has got a ton of ground to cover, but the Rams have an excellent defensive center fielder there in Chris Acox. The 0-2 swung on and grounded foul behind home plate back toward the screen, and the count remains 0-2. We're coming to you from the first base bleachers from Terrence Field at Shiloh High School in Lithonia, Georgia, where the Rams on top 4-2 here in the bottom half of inning number 3. Moon flashes the sign. He's going to set up outside. The 0-2 offering outside for ball 1. Again, Bernier stands back in after checking Glenn George for the sign. Hall's 1-2 delivery. High and inside, and the count goes to 2-2. Hall tried to drop that curveball over the inside corner, but didn't snap it off quite enough. Shadows halfway between the mound and home plate. That's going to affect the hitter's vision here for the next couple of innings. Here comes the wind and the 2-2 offering. It's high, 3-2, and you can see it on that last pitch. When Hall lets the ball go, it's in sunlight, but halfway there it goes into shade, so if he throws a breaking ball, the hitter is going to have a tough time picking up the downward rotation on the ball. On the other hand, with a runner on base, if you throw a breaking ball that gets by the catcher, the runners can run all day. The 3-2 swung on. Pop fly, right field side lane. Shannon coming hard, still coming in foul territory. Makes the catch and dives after making the play. What a catch by Lance Shannon. Shannon makes the play in foul territory. 9F in your scorebook. Shannon came a long way for that. It was about 30 or 45 feet behind first base and in foul territory on that right field side, but Shannon ran a mile for that. Then after making the catch, fell and sort of slid head first, and the Ram fans with an exuberant reaction as Shannon makes an excellent catch. Now with 2 down, Bill Thanner will be the hitter. He singled and scored in the first. Richie Cleary plays shallow at third base. First pitch is swung on and missed. It's 0-1. Has not been a ball hit to Richie Cleary so far here in the first 3 innings. Cleary making his first start of the year at third base, normally a left fielder. He also pitches at various times. The 0-1, swung on and missed, and it's 0-2. Cleary has pitched in 8 1/3 innings for the Rams this year, pitching in 7 different games. He's been sort of the setup man, a lot of middle relief work for him. 0-2 the count to Thanner. The wind and the 0-2 pitch, swung on and missed. John Hall now has 6 strikeouts, 2 in each inning. And for the second inning in a row, Shiloh goes down 1-2-3. We played 3 from Parents Field at Shiloh High School. Your score is 4-2. The Newton County Rams on top. Ram baseball here on WGFS AM 1430, made possible by East Metro Cellular, Covington's authorized agent for AirTouch, the new name for Pactel Cellular.
Campbell Lumber on Emory Street announces new store hours. Campbell Lumber Company is now open from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday through Friday and 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. on Saturdays. Come by and see us for everything to build anything. Benjamin Moore paints, lawn and garden tools, masonry supplies, lumber, and lots more. Stop by our spring sale going on now through April 30th for specials on treated lumber, shingles, screen porch materials, and lawn and garden tools. That's Campbell Lumber, 786-3412.
Well, folks at Henderson's Restaurant invite you to join them for dinner tonight. How about some of their famous catfish, fried chicken, barbecue, vegetable plates, steaks, plus burgers and fries. Don't worry about what's in the pantry or whose turn it is to do the dishes. Just go to Henderson's Restaurant, just 5 miles from the square on Highway 36 in Covington. Henderson's is open Tuesday through Thursday from 4 to 9 and 4 to 10 on Friday and Saturday. Don't forget to join us for Sunday dinner, 11 to 8:30.
Statham Tires in Covington, Conyers, Snellville, and Norcross would like to sell you a set of great radials by Cooper. Now you're probably asking, why should I buy a set of great radials from Statham Tire? Okay, how about longer tire life, fuel economy, and better vehicle handling? You see, Cooper radial tires give you better tread wear than bias-type tires, plus better mileage, which means less fuel to buy. And stability, steering, and cornering all improved with Cooper radials. Why not go to Statham Tire in Covington, Conyers, Snellville, and Norcross and get great radials by Cooper? Tough and dependable tires from professional and reliable tire experts. Great radials by Cooper from Statham Tire.
For the Newton County Rams here in the top half of the fourth. He'll be followed by Matthew Hires and Lance Shannon as the Rams send the top of their order up. Allen swings at the first pitch, grounds it to Bryant at short. A good play, gloves and throws, and got him. Mark Bryant at shortstop took a tough hop out there. It took a very rough final hop, but Bryant got his gloves down in time. His throw to first was a little low, but Reeder picked it out for out one. Matt Hires will step up. He is 0 for 1. He walked his first time, ended up scoring on a sacrifice fly by Richie Cleary. Hires struck out looking his second time. A called third strike at the knees near the outside corner. Chris Laird gives the sign to his pitcher. Here's the wind and the delivery. It's swung and popped in foul territory. Left field side, no one's going to get it. It will fall out of play. Over by the Shiloh bullpen, and it's 0-1. Rams only have one hit so far in this game, that being a bunt single by Brian Moon. But Chip Bates has walked 8 batters here in the first 3 and a third innings. That has been the major reason why the Rams have put 4 runs on the scoreboard. Bates walked 3 batters in the first, back to back to back. Did that one more time in the third inning. He walked Moon, Johnson, and Hall all in a row. 0-1 pitch is a curveball in the dirt inside. It's 1-1. Hires was showing bunt there, but of course always taught to bunt a strike, and as that one dropped out of the strike zone, he pulled it back. A ball and a strike. Bates wind and his pitch. A called strike on the knees. On the outside corner at the knees. 1-2. On deck is Lance Shannon. In 2 plate appearances, he has drawn 2 bases on balls. He scored once. Bates into the wind. Here comes his 1-2 delivery. Swung and line foul, left side. Bounces over by the bullpen. Switch hitting shortstop, bats from the left-hand side against the righty Chip Bates. Sometimes last year and this year we've seen him bat left-handed against some tough left-handed pitching as well. The wind of the 1-2 pitch. Swung on, bounce right at home plate, out to the third baseman. Sander, who makes the play, is throw to first. Not nearly in time. That's the speed of Matthew Hires for you. That's a Texas leaguer that he beats out for a base hit. Right in front of home plate is where that ball bounced. It bounced high in the air. And by the time Sander came up with it with higher speed, there was no way that he was going to be out at first base. So he's down there with his first base hit of the game. Hires has now had at least 1 base hit in 11 of his last 12 games. Takes his lead from first base with Lance Shannon standing in. Runner's going with the pitch. It's low. Here's the throw down to second base. Not in time. Matthew Hires, a speed demon today. He's beaten out that ball down the third baseline. He's stolen 3 bases, which by unofficial accounts gives him 24 on the year with only 1 caught stealing. So Hires now in scoring position with 1 down. Shannon looking for a pitch to drive here. A base hit into the outfield with higher speed would easily score a run. The 1-0 pitch is inside, and it's 2-0. The catcher, Chris Laird, framed that pitch as it was near the inside corner, and it looked like the umpire sat there and thought about it for about 2-3 seconds, then decided, nope, that's ball 2. Bates checks the runner at second base. Here's the 2-0 delivery. It's low, 3-0. Shannon hasn't seen very much to hit today. He walked in the first and he walked in the third. 1 more wide one. And he'll have 3 walks in 3 plate appearances. Sam Allen is on deck. Here's the 3-0. It is inside, ball 4. The 9th walk for Chip Bates.
All right, come on, Sam Allen. Let's go. Get it hard.
The Rams' 2 base hits, both infield singles, one of them a bunt and one of them a Texas League chop down the third base side. 2 solidly hit balls by the Rams, both of them by Richie Cleary, and both of them flyouts to the left fielder. The batter is Sam Allen. He has reached base both times, once on a walk, Once on a fielder's choice, he's scored twice. Rams wouldn't mind putting a little pad to their lead here in the fourth inning. Runners lead from first and second. Allen has been the clutch man for the Rams throughout the year. The wind and the pitch, high for ball one.
I keep coming there now.
Sam Allen came into this game hitting .354, 1 home run and 23 RBIs, second only to Lance Shannon on the Rams team. His on-base average over 500. Several Rams have an on-base average over 500. Stretch and the pitch, low and outside, and it's ball two. 2 balls, no strikes to the junior DH with runners at first and second with 1 down. Hires leads from second. Lance Shannon venturing away from first. The 2-0 pitch. Taken all the way, and it's strike one. You see that a lot with a 3-0 count. Batter sort of puts the bat on his shoulders and takes strike one. In this case, it happens with a 2-0 count, mostly because Bates has had so much trouble throwing strikes. Here's the stretch and the pitch. Swung on a line, right field side, right fielder coming over, but it bounces just foul down the right field line. And the count is now 2-2. Sam Allen driving the ball hard to right field. Looked like the general right fielder had some trouble picking it up in the sun, but Ashley Sweat, by the time he did pick it up, watched it bounce, but it was in foul territory.
Let's go, Sam. Wait, buddy.
2 balls and 2 strikes to Sam Allen. On deck is Richie Cleary, who has hit a couple of balls hard, but has nothing to show for it outside of an RBI. Again, the runners lead. Bates now steps off. He's going to check his catcher once again as Chris Laird flashes the signs to him. Here's the stretch, and it's 2-2. Swung on and hit hard to left center field. Stewart is going back on it. Still going back. Now he makes the catch in deep left center field. That is out number 2, and Sam Allen gave that ball a very, very good ride. In some ballparks, that might actually have been gone. Deep left center field, and it's 385 to dead center and 340 to left, deeper than a lot of ballparks in this region. Batter is Richie Cleary. Playing third base today. At least for this year, a new position for him. He has played third base some in the past. But as far as the Rams varsity is concerned, the first time that he has played third base. Looking to pick up the runners here. Runners at first and second with 2 down. The first pitch to him, taken low and outside for ball one. Bates' breaking ball has a hard bite to it, breaking sharply downward. Looks like he uses that to get a lot of swings and misses. Starts the pitch sort of low and then drops it down out of the strike zone. Pitches a fastball low, and it's 2-0 to Cleary. But if Bates isn't getting strikes with that breaking ball, it's obvious he's going to have trouble. He hasn't been able to throw the fastball for strikes very much. The 2-0, taken for a strike on the outside corner, 2-1. Matthew Hires is down at second after his 24th stolen base of the year. Lance Shannon took a free pass. He's at first. Runners are going. The 2-1 pitch swung on and hit high to left center field. Center fielder going over. Kevin Stewart, the left fielder, calls him off, and he makes the catch right in the sun and then turns away. He almost dropped that ball, but he made the play. And Richie Cleary has hit 3 balls very well, but has 3 flyouts to the left fielder to show for it. The Rams, no runs, 1 hit, no errors, 2 runners left on base. We head to the bottom half of the 4th inning with your score 4-2. Newton County Rams on top. Ram baseball here on WGFS AM 1430, made possible by East Metro Cellular, Covington's authorized agent for AirTouch, the new name for Pactel Cellular.
Warm weather is here. It's time to make your way to the great outdoors. And for homeowners, the great outdoors starts in their front yard. Echo Power Tools can help you make your yard look great. Right now, save up to $50 on your choice of an Echo grass trimmer, Echo tiller, Echo edger, or Echo power hedge clippers. Plus, register to win a complete camping package for 2, including a 6-man tent, sleeping bags, hiking boots, and more. Camping gear courtesy of Blue Ridge Mountain Sports in Lenox Square, Atlanta. Whatever outdoor job you're trying to tackle, Echo makes a great tool to make the job easy. Visit your local Echo dealer today and save up to $50 on select Echo power tools. Plus, register to win great camping gear from Blue Ridge Mountain Sports and Echo Power Tools. Visit Coast to Coast Home and Auto, located on Monticello Street in Covington. That's Coast to Coast Home and Auto in downtown Covington.
Come by and see Glenn Hayes at Hayes Furniture Company for all your home furnishing needs. They have a full line of dinette groups with 4 to 6 chairs available in oak finish and Formica top tables. Odd pieces are available in beds, chest of drawers, nightstands, and dressers in a choice of cedar or hardwood. They also have bedroom and dining room sets available in brand names such as Bassett and Vaughn. That's Hayes Furniture Company. They have everything. Located at 6166 Washington Street. 786-3737, 786-3737.
Newton County Ram baseball here on WGFS AM 1430. Shiloh Generals hitting here in the bottom half of the fourth. Send up Tig Reeder as their first batter, followed by Kevin Stewart and Chris Laird. Reeder will take a pitch just a little bit outside for ball one. Tig Reeder struck out his first time. He has one strikeout in his one plate appearance. Judd Hall has struck out 6. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Swung on and missed. And the count is 1-1. One member of the Newton County Rams homesick with the flu, Lance Coffin. Hope he gets to feeling better soon. I'm sure Lance is listening in to see how his teammates are doing this afternoon. Lance, they're up 4-2 right now in the fourth. 1-1 pitch. A called strike at the knees, and it's 1-2. Of course, Lance Coffin, one of the aces of the Rams staff this year. His ERA at 1.82, and before the South Gwinnett game, his ERA was an even 1. He has been one of the star pitchers for the Rams this year. So is Judd Hall, the 1-2 offering. Swung and foul tipped. Reeder goes down for the second time in this game. Strikeout number 7. 6 of them swinging third strikes. One of them a taken third strike, and with one down, Kevin Stewart is the hitter. He's the last Shiloh General to reach base, a single which scored a run back in the first, but since then, Hall has set down 7 straight batters. Make that 8 straight, including 6 of them by strikeout. Now time is called, and Stewart is going to step out. Rams scored 3 runs in the first, another one in the third. Shiloh with both their runs in the bottom half of the first. First pitch to Stewart is called a strike on the inside corner. Stewart thought it was going to break farther inside. He moved his body away from the pitch, but it curved and caught the inside corner. Moon flashes aside. Ball came in and caught the inside corner. He's been doing that all afternoon, and Shiloh will have to adjust if they hope to hit him in that situation. 2 strikeouts in the inning, and now 8 in the game. Judd Hall maintains his record so far in this game as he struck out 2 in every inning, but he has a chance here to strike out the side. He has struck out 3 consecutive batters dating back to last inning. The batter is Chris Laird, a strikeout victim swinging in his first plate appearance. He's talking with Glenn George right now, just outside the right-hand batter's box. Laird with some adjustments to make, and now he steps into the batter's box. Brian Moon looks over at the first base dugout where Charlie Beverly gives him the sign of the pitch that he wants Judd Hall to throw here. The sign is conveyed, and the pitch is high with the fastball, 1-0. Due up for the Rams in the 5th inning, Brian Moon, Brent Johnson, and Judd Hall. Spot 6, 7, and 8. Hall's winding his 1-0 pitch. Called a strike right down the pipe, 1-1. Cleary a little bit shallow at third base. Now he moves back a couple of steps. Now comes in just a little bit farther against the right-handed batter. The 1-1 pitch is in the dirt. It's by Moon. And back toward the screen, it's 2-1. Brian Moon understands the massive distance between home plate and the back screen. If a ball gets by him, he's going to let the on-deck batter take care of it and ask for a new ball from the home plate umpire. He has his new ball, and he tosses it out to Judd Hall, and we're set to go with a 2-1 count. going into the line. Here's his 2-1 delivery. Swung on and fouled right back to the screen. And it's 2-2. Hall with the 8th strikeout performance so far in this game. He now has 55 strikeouts on the year. And just over 37 innings pitched. He goes into the line. Here's his 2-2. Just inside for ball 3. Hall tried the same thing that he did against Kevin Stewart, trying to drop that curveball over the inside corner. The batter leans away from the pitch, thinking it might come inside and hit him. Then it curves over the inside corner, but Judd couldn't quite make it. 3-2 pitch. Solon got it in the hole. Matthew Hires tries the backhand stop, can't come up with it. It's into left field for a hit. Base hit by Chris Laird. The first runner to reach base for the Generals since the first inning. Shiloh now with 4 base hits in the game. Newton County only has 2, but they are on top 4-2, thanks to the wildness of Chip Bates. The batter will be Mark Lordo. He also struck out his first time. There are only 2 batters in this order that Judd Hall has not had a strikeout on so far. One of them the leadoff batter, Tim Bernier. First pitch is in the dirt with the curveball. It's 1-0. The other one is Kenny Cruz, who is on the on-deck circle. Cruz has only had 1 at-bat so far in this game against Hall. He grounded out to the shortstop Hires. Bernier is 1 for 2 with a single and a flyout to the right fielder, Lance Shannon. Pitch is high. Here's a snap throw down to first base, a runner back in. Brian Moon has done that throughout the year, trying to catch the runner napping from first base. He embarrassed a Rockdale runner last Monday in a bases-loaded situation with 2 outs, first base, and the throw down there. Got him by a good 5 feet and took Rockdale out of the itch. A called strike on the outside corner, and it's 2-1. 2 balls and 1 strike to Mark Lordo. Sun continues to set the third base side. It's in the first baseman's eyes right now. Here's another snap throw down to first base. The runner is back in safely. The pitch was called ball 3, so it's now 3-1. Shiloh Generals about due to open their new football stadium. They've been playing their home football games at South Gwinnett. They'll soon be opening up their own football field. Glenn George flashes the sign to his hitter, Mark Lordo. Chris Laird leads from first base. We're at Shiloh High School at Parents Field, built into a valley just behind the school. Throw goes over to first base. The runner is back in. Shiloh High School was the site of the 1991 and 1992 region tournaments. Last year's held at South Gwinnett High School. This year, Brookwood with the chance to host the region tournament. 3-1 pitch, bunted, foul down the first base side. The runner was going with the pitch. An interesting play, and he was trying to bunt the ball right at the first baseman, Johnson. But didn't get the bat head out far enough, and he bunted it over by the first base dugout. Count runs full, 3-2. Glenn George is having an extended conversation with Lordo after the missed fundamental. Chris Laird down at first base. 3 balls and 2 strikes to Mark Lordo. Again, another set of signals from Glenn George. And now the runner, Chris Laird, takes his lead from first base. Boone gives the sign to Hall, who checks the runner, his stretch. His 3-2 offering on the way, runner going, and it's just inside for ball 4. That's the first batter that Judd Hall has walked. For Hall, he will be a winning pitcher as long as he keeps the walks down. And with that first walk, Charlie Beverly is going to call time and go out and talk with Hall for just a moment. Brian Boone will also go out, and the 3 of them will have a conversation. While they do, we'll tell you that Ram Baseball is brought to you in part by Hayes Furniture Company. Come by and see Glenn Hayes at Hayes Furniture Company for all your home furnishing needs. Free delivery and free 12-month financing. Hayes Furniture on Washington Street, 786 brought to you by Mayfield Ace Hardware, paints, plumbing and heating supplies, lawn and garden supplies, bridal and giftware. Ace is the place. Mayfield Ace Hardware is located on the square and in Newton Plaza. And, of course, we appreciate all the fine sponsors of Newton County Ram baseball here in 1994. Runners at first and second take their leads, and Kenny Cruz is the hitter. All stretches. First pitch to Cruz is in the dirt, gets away from Moon. A runner headed down toward third base. No throw. Moon decides to hold Lordo at first. We'll check the scoring on that in just a moment, but Laird moving over to third on the play. So Chris Laird over at third. Catcher's indifference. He was more concerned about the runner at first base, and rightfully so, as the Rams have a force play at second if they can hold that runner at first, and of course they always have the play at first as well. 1 ball and no strikes to Cruz. Cruz grounded out 6-3 in his first plate appearance. The weather here in Lithonia has been great baseball weather, clear skies. Temperatures have been in the 70s and low 80s for the past couple of days. A stark contrast from last year when we came up to play the Shiloh Generals. 30 or 35 degree temperatures, the one strike on the outside corner, and it's 1-1. That game was also prolonged by an extended argument between Glenn George and a couple of umpires on the field. An extra 20 minutes added onto the game because of that. And we had a 3.5-hour affair here at Shiloh High School in the cold temperatures. Thankfully for the Rams, they had this one scheduled last before the region tournament, hoping that the weather would be that much warmer. The 1-1 pitch is low. Runner's headed for second base. The throw down there will be cut off. Here comes the runner home. Throw is in time, and they get the runner coming back home. The Rams execute those fundamentals so very well in that situation. They pulled the same play off against Rockdale. Ryan Allen cuts in front of the second base bag. He takes the throw from the catcher. The runner at third, Chris Laird, coming home. Allen's throw to the plate was in time. 2-4-2. Chris Laird is out. A stolen base for Lordo, but the inning is over. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 runner left on base. We head to the 5th with your score 4-2, Newton County. Ram baseball right here on WGFS AM 1430, made possible by East Metro Cellular, Covington's authorized agent for Air Touch Cellular.
If fleas and ticks have become a problem for you during the month of April, go by Mayfield Ace Hardware's April's Best Buys of the month. The Best Buys include 7-month flea spray. Kills adult fleas, ticks, roaches, ants, and more on contact, $9.88 a gallon. Also, flea and tick killer, killing fleas and ticks, potpourri fragrance deodorizes. Original or country fresh scents, $3.44 each. Mayfield Ace Hardware's Best Buys of the month for the month of April on the Square and in Newton Plaza.
I was at Pippin's Barbecue the other day having some pork barbecue, and it was great. But then I looked over at the next table, and they were having smoked chicken, so I ordered that too. And then I found out about the Brunswick stew, so I ordered that. And then I figured, what the heck, why not just order the whole Pippin's Barbecue menu? But I didn't, because I just didn't have the room on the table.
Our food and our service just can't be beat. You're gonna love what you eat.
Pippin's Barbecue, Highway 20 South in Conyers and on Alcovey Road in Covington.
FRM cattle supplement blocks have your nutritional needs licked. FRM self-limiting weatherproof cattle supplement blocks provide the protein, energy, and additional vitamins and minerals your herd needs. It doesn't melt in the sun, dissolve in the rain, or blow away in the wind. It just keeps supplying profit-building nutrition for your herd day after day. FRM cattle supplement blocks available now at your FRM dealer.
For professional and personal attention, see the staff at the Farm and Garden Depot on Emory Street, 787-3870.
Newton County Ram Baseball is brought to you in part by El Charro. For the best Mexican food, go by El Charro. Open daily for lunch and dinner with takeout service available. El Charro in Covington and in Conyers. Also brought to you by Coast to Coast Home and Auto, your authorized snapper and Toro dealer on Monticello Street. Stop by and see them today at Coast to Coast Home and auto. Brian Moon leads it off for the Rams. He takes Bates' first offering high and outside for ball one. Moon is 1 for 1. He's also taken a free pass. He was stranded at third base back in the third inning. The wind and the pitch. It's a called strike. Fastball right down the heart. It's 1-1. Chip Bates has been very lucky. He has walked 9 batters, but he's only given up 4 runs in the first 4 innings. Moon swings and misses, and it's 1-2. Moon has been susceptible to the off-speed pitch low and inside most of the time here over the last 10 games or so. Of course, as we mentioned, that's 28, hitting a 107 clip for his last 28 at-bats. Another off-speed low and inside, and Moon swings and misses. The catcher has to throw down to first base, but it is in time. A strikeout, 2-3 on the putout. And Moon goes down for the first out. You're listening to Newton County Ram Baseball here on WGFS AM 1430. Covington, Georgia, your sports leader. Stay tuned after the game. Atlanta Braves baseball, they're taking on the St. Louis Cardinals from Atlanta Fulton County Stadium. The batter will be Brent Johnson. He has reached on an error, and he has also walked. He swings and grounds one to the shortstop. Bryant bobbles it once, picks it up, is throw to first. Not in time. Johnson is safe at first base. Brent Johnson, not a very speedy runner as he was going down the line. But Bryant bobbling the ball one time, his throw to first was wide, and Reeder tried to stay on the bag. And Glenn George is going to go out and talk to the second base umpire. We're going to have a pinch runner at first. In the meantime, Michael Doss coming in to pinch run for Brent Johnson. The official scoring should be East 6 as Johnson reaches base, and he is lifted for the pinch runner. He will likely re-enter in the bottom half of the 5th inning. Doss is now at first base with 1 down. In the first inning of this game, Newton County scored 3 runs on 1 hit. Ryan Allen struck out to lead off the inning. Matthew Hires, Lance Shannon, and Sam Allen drew back-to-back-to-back walks. Then Richie Cleary with the sacrifice fly. Brian Moon singled, and on the single was a bunt single, and Lance Shannon came home after the throw to first base. And Sam Allen scoring as the shortstop Brian made another error. That one back in the first inning. That accounted for the 3 runs in the first. They scored another one in the third on no hits, but there were 4 walks in the inning as Chip Bates walked Lance Shannon, Brian Moon, Brent Johnson, and Judd Hall. Here in the 5th, they have a runner at first base with 1 down as Glenn George still talking it over with the second base umpire, now talking with the home plate umpire. He likes to have those extended conversations discussing various things out there at home plate. Meanwhile, we'll tell you that Newton County Ram Baseball is brought to you in part by Statham Tire. For custom wheels, brakes, shocks, wheel alignment, and the best price on tires, see the professionals at Statham Tire. Open from 8 to 4 on Saturday for your convenience. That's Statham Tire of Covington and Conyers. Also brought to you by Calico Cards. It's that time of year again, baseball time. Calico Cards in Conyers carries all sports cards and a full line of collecting supplies and much, much more. That's Calico Cards on Highway 20 in Conyers, 929-1332. Chip Bates is going to take him a couple of warm-up tosses as his arm is getting cold now. After this extended conversation is what we'll call it between Glenn George and the umpires. Coach George is walking slowly back down toward the Shiloh dugout, and I think we can now resume the action with Judd Hall at the plate and Michael Doss at first base with 1 down. Doss takes his lead with Reeder holding him close. Judd Hall grounded out his first time, walked his second time, then after all that delay, Chip Bates steps off. Now he's going to check his catcher, Chris Laird. Now he has the sign. Here's the stretch and pitch. A ball low and outside, and it's 1-0. Rams a 2-run lead. You'd like to see them pad that just a little bit. 2-run leads in this region. Very unstable. The 1-0 pitch low and outside, 2-0. Rams had a 4-run lead against the South Gwinnett Comets. It was 5-1 in the 6th. They ended up blowing the lead losing the game 6-5. Throw to first, a close play, but Doss is back in safely. Michael Doss has been a pinch runner for most of the year. He's stolen 2 bases in 2 attempts. He is all the stretch and the pitch. It is a called strike on the end. Due up for Shiloh in the bottom half of inning number 5, Kenny Cruz, Ashley Sweat, and Mark Bryan, the bottom 3 spots in their order. Doss leads away from first. The 2-1 swung on and grounded. Second baseman makes the play, flips to short for 1. The throw to first is in the dirt. Hall is safe. It gets by Tig Reeder into the first base dugout, but Hall will not advance. 4-6 on the putout. Doss is retired at second. Hall reaches on the fielder's choice. And with 2 down, Chris Acox will be the hitter. He is 0 for 1. Struck out looking in the third. He also walked in the second. He was stranded at third base in that inning. Rams stranded 1 in the first, 1 in the second, 3 in the third, and 2 in the fourth. Bates stretch and his pitch. It is inside for ball 1. Acox, the last several games, getting a chance to hit after not hitting at all for 10 or 15 games straight, really, from about game 5 until about midway through the sub-region schedule. Chris Acox, when he played center field, had a DH hitting for him. The 1-0 pitch is inside and low, and the count goes to 2-0 on the Rams center fielder. The left-handed batter waits. The stretch and pitch. A called strike on the outside corner, 2-1. If Acox can reach base, we'll move back to the top of the order and Ryan Allen. Judd Hall leading away at first base. Hall is 1 for 2 in stolen base attempts. They'll throw over, and he is back safely. Bates checks the runner. Here's his pitch. It is low and inside for ball 3. 3-1 to Acox. 2 down here in the 5th. The Rams scored 3 runs in the first inning, another one in the third. They've been able to hold Shiloh at base since the first inning. In fact, since that first inning, the Generals have had only 1 hit, and they've only had 2 runners reach base. The runner is going. The 3-1 pitch. 2-1 pitch rather a little bit high. Making a called strike. It's 3-2. Thought something was wrong there. Judd Hall was taken off for second base, and Hall is in safely. The runner stole second base, and after the stolen base, after Hall slid into the bag, the umpire finally did call it a strike. The count is 3-2. Acox in there with a full count. Here's the pitch. Called strike 3. A curveball that caught the knees. And Chris Acox, for the second time in this game, goes down looking. We played 4.5 from Parents Field at Shiloh High School in Lithonia, Georgia. Your score is 4-2. The Newton County Rams with the lead. Newton County Ram baseball here on WGFS AM 1430, made possible by East Metro Cellular, Covington's authorized agent for AirTouch, the new name for Pactel Cellular.
It's that time of year again for tilling the garden. Hayes Tractor of Mansfield has Kubota M-Series tractors that are built for any kind of work that crops up. With 42 to 85 PTO horsepower, 4-wheel drive, and strong liquid-cooled engines, they easily pull like bigger tractors. Hayes Tractor says all this without bigger price tags or fuel bills. High clearance, low profile, and narrow versions offer versatility you've been looking for. So come to Hayes Tractor and take a look at the Kubota M-Series and see what crops up. That's Hayes Tractor, located on Highway 11 in Mansfield. They're open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5:30, and Saturday, 8 to 12. Or call at 786-3334. That's 786-3334.
Did you know that termites cause more damage to homes annually than fires, floods, and natural disasters combined? To protect your home from termites and other pests,
Call Cleary Exterminating, 786-4937. They'll send them packing, termites and beetles, fleas, rats and mice, roaches, and ants. Commercial or residential, we can help get rid of what bugs you. Call Cleary Exterminating on Highway 278 in Covington. 786-4937. At Cleary Exterminating, we make mouse calls.
Newton County Ram baseball here on WGFS AM 1430. In the bottom half of the fifth, the Newton County Rams against the Shiloh Generals. Kenny Cruz leading it off for the Generals, takes the pitch for a strike, and it's 0-1. The Generals have the bottom three spots of their order, namely Kenny Cruz, Ashley Sweat, and Mark Bryan, spots 7, 8, and 9 in the order, against Judd Hall. In his fifth full inning, here's his line and his 0-1 offering. Did not check his swing. He went around on the curveball. It's 0-2. Judd Hall, like Chip Bates, will get some swings and misses from the curveball that starts in the strike zone and curves out. Moon again flashes the sign to his pitcher. Here comes the wind by Hall. His 0-2 delivery in the dirt with a fastball, and it's 1-2. Hall has walked only one batter. That has been a key for him in this game. And he has struck out 8, 2 in each of the first 4 innings. They'll try to continue that here in the fifth. The wind and the 1-2 pitch. Swung on a miss. There's number 9. Kenny Cruz goes down on strikes. Now, of the 9 original batters in the Shiloh lineup, only 1 has not struck out against Hall. That's Tim Bernier, the leadoff batter. Every person in the order except for Bernier has struck out 1 time, with the exception of Tig Reeder, who has struck out twice. Everybody else has gone down once. Ashley Sweat will be the batter. He went down on strikes his first time. Takes Glenn George with an elaborate set of signs with no one on base and 1 down. Richie Cleary will come in shallow at third base, anticipating the bunt. The first pitch is outside for ball 1. Rams on top, 4-2, and looking to move their region record to 7-3-1, cementing their first place standing. They play tomorrow against the Brookwood Broncos. The 1-0 pitch is called a strike, and it's 1-1. That Ram game at 5 o'clock at Riverside Park. If you're in the area, you should drop on by. It's Senior Day. Quite possibly the last home game for the Rams. Unless they win their region, it will be the last home game for Newton County. 1-1 pitch, shortened up to bunt, then pulled it back. And it's a strike, 1-2. Senior players will be honored before the game, and senior citizens will get into that game for free, and that is tomorrow at 5 o'clock. And, of course, if you can't make it there, tune in to WGFS and listen to the game, as we'll be broadcasting it live. The 1-2 pitch, swung on and missed. It gets by Moon. He'll have to throw down to first base. His throw is in time. Somehow he lost his glove. He made that throw down there barehanded. But Sweat is down on strikes, a strikeout, and 2-3 on the putout at number 10 for Judd Hall. I think after this game I might drop by the Hard Luck Cafe and get myself some hot wings. Good place to go. They're down by Nationwise on Highway 278. You can order hot wings and a variety of other things there. They give you some celery sticks with your hot wings and a drink. An excellent lunch or dinner at the Hard Luck Cafe. And very, very good hot wings. First pitch to Mark Bryan is just a little bit high and inside for ball 1. Hall has struck out the first 2 batters he has faced here in the fifth. Looking to finish it out. The 1-0 pitch called a strike on the outside corner. It's 1-1. Bryan, a right-handed batter. The general shortstop went down on strikes his first time. Pitch is just inside. It's 2-1. Twice in this at-bat, he has thrown that type of pitch, a curveball. It's been just a little bit inside and high, according to the home plate umpire. And it's 2-1. Those pitches have been very close. There's a swing and a ground ball to Matt Hires. Fields it cleanly on 3 hops. Gloves and throws, and got him. 1, 2, 3, go the Generals. We head to the 6th with your score, 4-2, Newton County. Ram baseball right here on WGFS AM 1430, made possible by East Metro Cellular, Covington's authorized agent for AirTouch Cellular.
Catch a fly ball or hit a home run with Calico Cards in Conyers. Calico Cards carries all sports cards and non-sports cards, including racing cards, a full line of collecting supplies, a large supply of common cards, and a variety of posters, sports, racing, and movies. Calico Cards is also introducing a new line of greeting cards just for you. So join in the fun this baseball season with Calico Cards and receive a 10% discount off your purchase if you mention you heard this ad on WGFS Radio. Calico will also sponsor a free giveaway during the baseball games. Tune in to Calico Cards, Highway 20 in Conyers at Honey Creek. Open Monday through Friday 11 to 7, Saturday 10 to 7, Sunday 12 to 6. Owner is Chris Scott, 929-1332. That's Calico Cards, located at Honey Creek, Highway 20 in Conyers, 929-1332. The birds are singing and flowers are blooming, and that means it's time for allergies. Yes, it's true, headaches and sinus problems are hints that you aren't taking care of your body properly. One way to prevent allergy symptoms is to stay away from processed and refined foods because they affect your immune system. The Family Health Food Store has vitamins and herbs to help you stay healthy and happy, plus whole grain cereals sweetened without sugar. Stay healthy with us at the Family Health Food Store, 787-3400.
First pitch low, 1-0. Allen will be followed by Hires and Shannon for the third time in this game. The Rams send the top three batters to the plate here in the sixth. The wind and the pitch, high and outside, 2-0. Of course, the Rams did that in the first inning. Then again in the fourth, they sent the top three spots to the order. And here in the sixth, they're going to do the same thing. The wind and a 2-0 pitch, high and outside, 3-0. Chip Bates did something last inning that he hasn't done all game long, and that is not walk a batter in an inning. He has walked 9 in the game so far. The 3-0, make that 10. No, making a called strike on the inside corner, and it's 3-1. A delayed call from the home plate umpire. Teacher announcer to wait an extra second or two. The lights are on here at Parents Field. Wind in the pitch. A called strike on the outside corner. It's 3-2. Setting some records for time here at Shiloh High School. The typical Rams-Generals game down here has taken about 3 hours, but an hour 50 so far for this one. A called strike 3 on the outside corner is Ryan Allen. After having Chip Bates 3-0, Bates comes back and throws 3 strikes, and Allen goes down for the second time in this game. 5's for Bates. Matthew Hires will be the hitter. He's 1 for 2 with a walk. 3 stolen bases, and a run scored the first pitch high over his head, and it's 1-0. Matthew Hires is now 24 out of 25 in stolen bases. It is high for ball 2. Starting this guy the same way he started Ryan Allen. 3 straight pitches high and outside, but against Allen he came back with 3 strikes. Here's the 2-0. This one's a called strike on the outside corner, 2-1. The third baseman calls for it. Thaner catch in foul territory. 4 out, number 2. 2 down. Lance Shannon will step to the plate. We want you to listen in Saturday morning from 9 to 10 a.m. as we give you the Saturday morning Super Trivia Spectacular. Bill Dolan is your host, and your chance to win some special prizes based on your knowledge in trivia. Baseball trivia, general trivia, history, lots of other categories as well. 9 to 10 every Saturday morning. Lance Shannon swings at the first pitch, just gets a piece of it, fouls it down the third base side. It's 0-1. Lance Shannon hasn't seen a whole lot to hit today. That is probably partially due to the fact that he's batting number 3 and the Rams' leading hitter, but also due to the fact that he just hasn't seen a lot of good pitches from Bates, as he's been wild at times. The pitch is outside, 1-1. Bates has gone through some very bad streaks of wildness in this game. His 1-1 offering is low and outside. It's 2-1. In 2 separate occasions, he has walked back-to-back-to-back hitters, once with 2 outs, and he walked in a run in that inning. The 2-1 pitch. A called strike in the outside corner. It's 2-2. Rams lead by 2 runs. It's 4-2 in the 6th. The bats have been dead for the last 5 innings. It was 3-2 after 1. The 2-2 pitch is high, and the count runs full, 3-2. The only run that has been scored since the first was when Bates walked the run in. That was in the top half of the 3rd. He walked Judd Hall with the bases loaded. Laird flashes the sign. Here comes the wind and the payoff pitch. Called strike 3. It was a curveball that dropped over the outside corner. Shannon down on strikes. 1, 2, 3 go the Rams in the 6th. We head to the bottom half with your score. Newton County 4, Shiloh 2. Ram baseball here on WGFS AM 1430, made possible by East Metro Cellular, Covington's authorized agent for AirTouch, the new name for Pactel Cellular.
Campbell Lumber on Emory Street announces new store hours. Campbell Lumber Company is now open from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday through Friday and 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. on Saturdays. Come by and see us for everything to build anything. Benjamin Moore paints, lawn and garden tools, masonry supplies, lumber, and lots more. Stop by our spring sale going on now through April 30th for specials on treated lumber, shingles, screen porch materials, and lawn and garden tools. That's Campbell Lumber, 786-3412.
The folks at Henderson's Restaurant invite you to join them for dinner tonight. How about some of their famous catfish, fried chicken, barbecue, vegetable plates, steaks, plus burgers and fries? Don't worry about what's in the pantry or whose turn it is to do the dishes. Just go to Henderson's Restaurant, just 5 miles from the square on Highway 36 in Covington. Henderson's is open Tuesday through Thursday from 4 to 9 and 4 to 10 on Friday and Saturday. Don't forget to join us for Sunday dinner, 11 to 8:30.
When it comes to tires, all you need is a quality product and good service at a fair price. I know. I'm from Statham Tire, and I've been an independent tire dealer for 22 years. I understand customers' needs. That's why I sell Cooper tires, like the Cooper Lifeliner Classic Radial Touring Tire, or the Monogram All-Weather Radial, or the Cobra Radial High Performance Tires. Cooper focuses on what they do best, building tires. I do what I do best, selling tires. The right tire at the right price. Cooper Tire, a no-frills American tire manufacturer. Performance speak for itself, just like me. Come to Statham Tire in Covington or Conyers for straight talk on tires.
A little bit brighter here from Aaron Field at Shiloh High School. Judd Hall's first offering is low. 1-0 to Tim Bernier. He goes into the wind as 1-0 delivery. Outside with the fastball. It's 2 balls and no strikes. Rams with a slim 2-run lead. Generals have 2 more cracks at Hall and the Newton County Rams. Tim Bernier singled and scored in the first. He flied out to right field. A great catch by Lance Shannon in the 3rd. The 2-0 pitch is low, and the count is 3-0. Tim Bernier, the only batter in the lineup that Judd Hall has not whipped in this game. He's in danger of losing him here. A 3-0 count. Last thing you want is to put the leadoff batter on base. The 3-0 is high and inside, ball 4. And not only that, it's the top batter in the order, which means you can well assume that that man has quite a bit of speed down there at first base. Well, he's there with nobody out. Bill Sander will be the hitter. He is 1 for 2. He singled and scored in the first. He struck out in the 3rd. Sander does some stretching exercises before stepping into the box. Nobody out on a runner at first base. Hall trying to close it out here after pitching 5 strong innings. He's only given up 4 base hits. He's only walked 2 batters. He has struck out 10. The stretch and the pitch. It is just low for ball 1. Time is going to be called, and Moon is going to go out and talk to Hall, who has thrown 5 straight balls here in this inning. General scored twice in inning number 1. 2 singles, an error on a throw to second base allowed 1 run to score, then another single allowed the 2nd run to score. Hall came back to retire 9 straight batters. Chris Laird then singled. Mark Lordo walked. And on an attempted stolen base at second, Ryan Allen cut in front of the bag and got Chris Laird as he was coming home. After seeing the throw go down to second base, he was retired 2-4-2, and that was the 3rd out of that inning. Hall set the Generals down in order in the 5th. But they got the leadoff man on, and he is at first base here in the 6th. Now time is going to be called. Hall taking a little too much time out there on the mound, and Sander decides to step out. Generals a prime scoring opportunity with the 2, 3, and 4 spots in the order counting up. The stretch and pitch, a called strike, and it's 1-1. Good curveball from Judd Hall. The top 5 spots in the Shiloh order have all 4 base hits. They are 4 for 10. The bottom 4 spots in the order are 0 for 7. The 1-1 pitch just misses low, and it's 2-1. This game is about to reach the 2-hour point, and we are in the bottom half of the 6th inning. If you had told Ram fans that we would be this far along after 2 hours, they would have told you that you were crazy, but the pitching has really been strong in the middle innings of this game. The throw goes over to first, and a runner is back in there safely. That's not Judd Hall's best move. He's just acknowledging that the runner is over at first base. Cleary plays in shallow at third. Hall again to the belt. Checks the sign, and he delivers. Swung on a foul tip, and it's 2-2. A very, very big game for the Newton County Rams. An upset victory by the Berkmar Patriots over the South Gwinnett Comets has put the Rams in first place in the sub-region, and they'll have a chance to maintain their first place standing here against Shiloh and Brookwood. Rams also have a game scheduled for Thursday evening at Eagles Landing at 6 o'clock. All stretch, and his 2-2 pitch is high. The runner's headed for second base. Here's the throw down there, and they got him! Ryan Moon, a great throw down to second base. And Bernier is caught stealing. 2-4, in your zone, applied it perfectly to Tim Bernier. That's your leadoff batter headed for second base, and you hate to see him get caught stealing if you're the Shiloh Generals. You love it if you're the Newton County Rams, because it takes Shiloh out of a big inning. If Hall can come out here and get Sander, there would be 2 down and nobody on. He has a full count on Sander right now. Here's the 3-2. Just missed inside, ball 4. A good curveball from Hall, but just curving a little too far inside. The second walk of the inning by Hall. Third one of the game. Hall has struck out 10 batters. He's yet to strike out a batter here in the 6th. Tig Reeder will be the hitter. He is 0 for 2. He has struck out both times. Reeder, the only left-hander in the general order. But he has not touched the ball so far. Sander now leading from first base with 1 down. And the 3 and 4 spots are going to try to drive him in. Hall has got his work cut out for him. Here's the pitch. Swung on a miss. He had a feeble swing at a curveball that started right over the heart of the plate and broke down and in. You ever see the hard slider from Steve Carlson? Sort of a right-handed version of that as it was curving into the left-handed batter. Tig Reeder took a half swing at it, and it's 0-1. Again, Sander leads. Brent Johnson holds the runner close. Hall stretch. His 0-1 pitch is low with a fastball. It's 1-1. Due up for the Rams in the 7th. 4th, 5th, and 6th in the order. Sam Allen, Richie Cleary, and Brian Moon. Going to do everything in their power to put a couple more on the scoreboard. That slim 2-run lead up there right now. It's 4-2 Rams. 1-1 pitch. Throw down to first base. He is back in safely. We still haven't seen a call. Looks like a ball, and it's 2-1. 2 balls and 1 strike to Reeder. Kevin Stewart on deck is 1 for 2 with a single and a strikeout looking. Reeder digs back into the left-handed batter's box. Hall checks the runner at first. His stretch and pitch. Swung on a miss. Another curveball that started a little bit high and broke straight down. It's 2-2. The region tournament at Brookwood High School starting this weekend and the first part of next week. On the south side, the sub-region, any one of 5 teams could be in. Newton County at first place. Looks like they will probably be in along with South Gwinnett and either Shiloh or perhaps Brookwood or perhaps Berkmar. Pitch is swung and missed. Brian Moon drops the 3rd strike, but with a runner at first base and less than 2 outs, no throw has to be made down to first, so Reeder is down on strikes. The hat trick for Tig Reeder. He has gone down 3 times. Judd Hall has had his number throughout the afternoon. And with 2 down, it'll take a base hit if Shiloh is going to do any damage. The person who's going to try to get that base hit is Kevin Stewart. He is 1 for 2. Stewart was caught stealing third back in the first inning as Shiloh had already scored 2 and looking very aggressively for more runs in that inning. First pitch to it is a called strike, and it's 0-1. Hall has now struck out 11 batters. With the exception of the first inning, he has been nothing short of dominant. Pitch is swung on and grounded foul over by third base, and it's 0-2. Keeping the walks to a minimum, he's only walked 3. Back-to-back batters he walked here in the 6th. Tim Bernier was caught stealing on a good throw from Brian Moon. Bill Thanner followed that up with a walk. He is still down there at first base with 2 down, but it's an 0-2 count on the general cleanup hitter, Kevin Stewart. Moon gives the sign to his pitcher. Hall with the stretch. Checks the runner. Here's his 0-2 pitch. It's outside with the fastball, 1-2. Trying to get Stewart to chase the outside fastball. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Moon gives the sign once again. Here's the stretch by Hall. And hit into left field. Cale Curtis coming in. He will make the catch, and that is out number 3. No runs, no hits. There were 2 walks, 1 runner stranded on base. We head to the 7th. The Rams on top, 4-2. Newton County Ram baseball here on WGFS AM 1430, made possible by East Metro Cellular, Covington's authorized agent for AirTouch, the new name for Pactel Cellular.
Warm weather is here. It's time to make your way to the great outdoors. And for homeowners, the great outdoors starts in their front yard. Echo Power Tools can help you make your yard look great. Right now, save up to $50 on your choice of an Echo grass trimmer, Echo tiller, Echo edger, or Echo power hedge clippers. Plus, register to win a complete camping package for 2, including a 6-man tent, sleeping bags, hiking boots, and more. Camping gear courtesy of Blue Ridge Mountain Sports in Lenox Square, Atlanta. Whatever outdoor job you're trying to tackle, Echo makes a great tool to make the job easy. Visit your local Echo dealer today and save up to $50 on select Echo power tools. Plus, register to win great camping gear from Blue Ridge Mountain Sports and Echo Power Tools. Visit Coast to Coast Home and Auto, located on Monticello Street in Covington. That's Coast to Coast Home and Auto in downtown Covington.
Hayes Furniture Company, located on Washington Street, has something for everyone. From household furniture, new and used, to yard and patio sets, and all kinds of accessories for all your decorating needs. They have free financing on all 12-month accounts with free delivery. They have new and used appliances, gas and electric Gibson stoves and Gibson refrigerators, Speed Queen washer and dryers with free setup and service available. All this and much more at Hayes Furniture. Owned and operated by Glenn Hayes, 786-3737, 786-3737.
Covington's radio station, AM 1430, WGFS.
Shiloh High School in Lithonia, Georgia. It's the top half of the 7th. The first pitch to Sam Allen is in the dirt for ball 1. Allen will be followed by Richie Cleary and Brian Mood. 4th, 5th, and 6th in the order. Here's the wind of the pitch, high and outside, and it's 2-0. 4-2, your Rams on top, looking to run their season record to 17-4-1. It'd be 7-3-1. In the sub-region if they can win this game. There's a swing and a hard ground ball to the second baseman. Cruz picks it, fires to first in time. So Sam Allen's 6-game hitting streak has likely come to an end unless we play extra innings. And let's knock on aluminum here in the bleachers that does not happen. Richie Cleary will be the hitter. 3 hard hit balls, 3 flyouts to the left fielder. We're coming to you from the first base bleachers, a little bit different vantage point in this game from most others. Most of the time we're in a press box right behind home plate, but this time around, a chance to be right with the fans on the first base side. First pitch from base, about a 40-footer, gets by the catcher and back toward the first base side. It's 1-0. Looked like Bates tried to throw the curveball, but hung on to it just a little bit too long and bounced it well out in front of the plate. Cleary came into this one hitting .220. The pitch to him, just a little bit high, and it's 2-0. Cleary had a sacrifice fly in the first. All 3 times he's gotten under the ball. Pitch is low and inside. It's 3-0 to the Ram third baseman. Cleary getting the start at third base for the first time all year, but guess what? He hasn't seen a single bit of action over there, as Judd Hall has been striking out the majority of the hitters he has faced. So Cleary not getting much work. The 3-0, the old automatic, it's 3-1. 3 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Bates checks his catcher. Here's his wind and the 3-1 pitch. It's high, ball 4. Cleary reaches first, and the base on balls, it will bring up Brian Moon. Newton County Ram Baseball is brought to you in part by Hayes Tractor in Mansfield, which has everything that you need for breaking up that garden spot. Come by and check out the Kubota tractors built for any kind of work that crops up. Hayes Tractor on Highway 11 in Mansfield, 786-3334, 786-3334. Moon, the switch hitter, bats from the left-hand side. He is 1 for 2 with a walk. Bates with the stretch and the pitch. It is swung on and popped just over the shortstop's head. Center fielder comes in and he makes the catch. Stumbling to head back toward first base is Cleary. He finally gets back there. There was no throw made, but if the center fielder, Tim Bernier, had been alert, he might have tried to throw to first base. He might have had Cleary as he stumbled, headed back toward first. Moon with a little bloop, but Bernier came in and made the catch in shallow left center field. With 2 down, the hitter is Brett Johnson. Johnson has reached base all 3 times, but has no hits. Swings to the first pitch and fouls it off. It's 0-1. He's reached twice on errors by the shortstop. He has also walked. Reminiscent of Matthew Hires against Jonesboro earlier in the year. 3 different times Hires reached base on errors by the same fielder, the second baseman for the Jonesboro Cardinals. The stretch and the pitch, low and outside, snap throw back to first, and he is out back there. Richie Cleary took an extra step lead, but couldn't get back to the bag in time. He is picked off 2-3. We head to the bottom half of the 7th. Judd Hall going to try to nail it down. It's 4-2. Newton County Rams on top. Ram baseball here on WGFS AM 1430, made possible by East Metro Cellular, Covington's authorized agent for AirTouch Cellular.
Pump up your profits with FRM's swine feeding program. Use FRM Early Wean Medicated Pig Starter Belt.
Rams also with a very strong record outside the sub-region, 10-1. A wind and pitch. Just missed outside, making a called strike on the outside corner. And it's 1-1. The umpire thought about that one for a couple of seconds, decided he'd call it a strike. A ball and a strike is the count. The wind of the pitch. He might have gone around on the curveball. They say he did. And the count is 1-2. 1 ball and 2 strikes the count. Glenn George is going to talk for a moment to the home plate umpire who rung up Mark Lordo. Without checking with the second base umpire. And Glenn George has just been thrown out of the ball game by the home plate umpire. That's the cheers you heard from these Rams fans here. Rams fans send up a big cheer as Glenn George is going to have a heated discussion here with the home plate umpire. Apparently, Coach George had a lot to say about the home plate umpire ringing up the batter. It was a curveball low and outside, and 3 or 4 different times Hall has thrown that same pitch, and the batters have checked their swings. Lordo held that bat suspended at the place where he checked his swing, but it looked like he went around. The umpire looked at it, and they rang him up. And Coach George, talking to the home plate umpire, has been ejected from this game, but he is not leaving the field without a long, long discussion with the home plate umpire, who is going to try to dust off home plate. But try not to talk very much with Coach George, as he has just been ejected from this game. 1-1 was the count. Hall threw a curveball that was low and outside. Lordo, attempting to check the swing, went around the home plate umpire without checking with the second base umpire, rang him up. Apparently he had enough evidence to believe that the batter had gone around. Coach George unhappy about it. Coach George is out of here. And he's talking with the home plate umpire. His first base coach is talking with the second base umpire. Played having these summit conferences, and Charlie Beverly is going to go out now and talk to the home plate umpire. Judd Hall is going to take some warm-up tosses, and Charlie Beverly probably talking to the home plate umpire on behalf of Judd Hall, who was pitching well. And one of the effects that Coach George might be trying to do here by talking so long with the home plate umpire is to get Judd Hall a little bit cold in his arm and perhaps getting him to give up a couple of runs. Newton County Ram baseball on WGFS AM 1430. Judd Hall is taking his warm-up tosses. Standing behind him is Brett Johnson, along with Ryan Allen and Matthew Hires. Richie Cleary standing off all by himself over there at third base. Again, the conversation continues. Coach George still talking with the home plate umpire. And Glenn George ejected out of the game, and that's the applause you hear from the Newton County Ram fans. Glenn George has been very talkative throughout this game, talking with the home plate umpires at various occasions. Of course, from what you know from previous years, that is not anything new to the games that we have played up here at Parents Field here at Shiloh High School. When we resume play, at whatever time that might be, 1-2 would be the count with one out here in the seventh, and Mark Lordo, the hitter. This game 2 hours and 15 minutes old. When this game is over, we're going to join Atlanta Braves baseball as they are taking on the St. Louis Cardinals from the stadium tonight. That game is set to begin at 7:40, and I think Coach George wants us to join that game in progress as he is, well, now he's finally done discussing matters with the home plate umpire, and he is about to leave the field, and the first base coach is going to go over and coach third, and a new person going down to coach first base for the Shiloh Generals. Let's take this break, and we'll be back. Newton County Ram baseball here on WGFS AM 1430.
It's that time of year again for tilling the garden. Hayes Tractor of Mansfield has Kubota M-Series tractors that are built for any kind of work that crops up. With 42 to 85 PTO horsepower, four-wheel drive, and strong liquid-cooled engines, they easily pull like bigger tractors. Hayes Tractor says all this without bigger price tags or fuel bills. High clearance, low profile, and narrow versions offer versatility you've been looking for. So come to Hayes Tractor and take a look at the Kubota M-Series and see what crops up. That's Hayes Tractor, located on Highway 11 in Mansfield. They're open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5:30, and Saturday, 8 to 12. Or call at 786-3334. That's 786-3334.
Welcome back to Parents Field, bottom half of the seventh. While you were gone, Mark Lordo took a called strike three. Now two down. The batter is hitting through. First pitch to him. Strike call on the outside corner, and it's 0-1. So right after the argument, Judd Hall comes back and throws an excellent curveball on the outside corner to retire Lordo. He's got Cruz here 0-1. Cruz is 0 for 2 with a strikeout on the ground out. The wind and the 0-1 pitch. Called strike two rather on the outside corner. It's 0-2. Hall one strike away from victory and keeping the Rams in first place in the sub-region. A big, big road game, and the Rams about to take a 4-2 victory if Hall can retire this batter. Here's the wind. And the 0-2 pitch, high and inside, 1-2. Generals with 4 hits in this game. They scored both their runs in the first. They've been held scoreless until only 1 hit since then. Moon gives the sign. Here's Hall into the wind in his 1-2 pitch outside with the fastball, 2-2. Following Cruz will be Ashley Sweat. However, there are 2 down here in the bottom half of the 7th inning. Cruz, a right-handed batter, digging back in there. Here's the wind by Hall. And the Rams have nailed down the victory. Judd Hall came in with a great curveball, and his curveball stayed sharp throughout the entire ballgame as he nails down the 4-2 victory. He has a total of 13 strikeouts in the game. We're going to be back in just a couple of minutes and wrap up your very happy and exciting news from Parents Field here at Shiloh High School in Lithonia, Georgia. Newton County Ram baseball right here on WGFS AM 1430, made possible by East Metro Cellular, Covington's authorized agent for AirTouch Cellular, the new name for Pactel.
Campbell Lumber on Emory Street announces new store hours. Campbell Lumber Company is now open from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday through Friday and 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. on Saturdays. Come by and see us for everything to build anything. Benjamin Moore paints, lawn and garden tools, masonry supplies, lumber, and lots more. Stop by our spring sale going on now through April 30th for specials on treated lumber, shingles, screen porch materials, and lawn and garden tools. That's Campbell Lumber, 786-3412.
Did you know that termites cause more damage to homes annually than fires, floods, and natural disasters combined? To protect your home from termites and other pests, call Cleary Exterminating, 786-4937. They'll send them packing, termites and beetles, fleas, rats and mice, roaches, and ants. Commercial or residential, we can help get rid of what bugs you. Call Cleary Exterminating on Highway 278 in Covington, 786-4937. At Cleary Exterminating, we make mouse calls.
Buying tires? Not very easy, is it? You need an expert. Better yet, several experts like the tire pros at Statham Tire in Covington and Conyers. Statham Tires sells Cooper tires because Cooper combines quality with economy. You always get the most for your money at Statham Tire, where they feature straight tire talk, quality Cooper tires, and reasonable prices. Make your tire buying easy. See the pros today at Statham Tire in Covington and Conyers for your Cooper tires.
The birds are singing and flowers are blooming, and that means it's time for allergies. Yes, it's true. Headaches and sinus problems are hints that you aren't taking care of your body properly. One way to prevent allergy symptoms is to stay away from processed and refined foods because they affect your immune system. The Family Health Food Store has vitamins and herbs to help you stay healthy and happy, plus whole grain cereals sweetened without sugar. Stay healthy with us at the Family Health Food Store, 787-3400. The folks at Henderson's Restaurant invite you to join them for dinner tonight. How about some of their famous catfish, fried chicken, barbecue, vegetable plates, steaks, plus burgers and fries? Don't worry about what's in the pantry or whose turn it is to do the dishes. Just go to Henderson's Restaurant, just 5 miles from the square on Highway 36 in Covington. Henderson's is open Tuesday through Thursday from 4 to 9 and 4 to 10 on Friday and Saturday. Don't forget to join us for Sunday dinner, 11 to 8:30.
We are back from Parents Field at Shiloh High School here in Lithonia, Georgia. The Newton County Rams have just picked up a victory over the Shiloh Generals. Your final score of the game is 4-2. Here is your final line score of the game. For the Newton County Rams, 4 runs on 2 hits. They committed 1 error. They left 8 on base. Judd Hall, the winning pitcher, going 7 innings. He faced 25 batters, giving up 2 runs, 1 of them earned. On 4 hits, all 4 of them being singles, really didn't have much damage except for the first inning. He walked 3, and he struck out 13, tying his season high, which he had against the Clark Central Gladiators. For the Shiloh Generals, 2 runs, 4 hits, 3 errors.